Sari Safia, the morning agenda on Baina TV with me, Ijera Larry. I'm in studio with action-packed show for you. We are ready to go.
NLC and teachers strike in the news. Now, NLC is asking the University Teachers Association of Ghana and the Senior Staff Association of Universities of Ghana to suspend their strike.
Headlines of after she's done with the headlines, she'll give us her opinion piece, and then we will be looking at labor matters. I reckon she couldn't come at a bit. She comes in. She is Madina Nana Ibrahim Larry. Without much time wasting, Jama, no Sari Safia Baina na cikin unguwanninmu. Ba don ba ta lokaci ba zan bako. So Suad, take us away.
Okay. So as I said earlier, suspend their strike and meet us the negotiation table on Thursday. That's after tomorrow. Then the veterinary services has placed 12 other regions on red. Techi wins bronze medal for Ghana, and the medal happens to be the first Olympic medal Ghana has for semi-finals in 200 meters race. So, and I'll be bringing you more in my opinion. My opinion would be focusing on the fix the country. So, if you're still tuned, Facebook at Baina TV and same on YouTube, we are on. So let's zoom straight into my opinion for today, and I'm looking at the fix the country. It's quite, the approach it took was led by the sitting press stage a lot of demonstrations and protests to drum home some. Yuval Nelson leading the Doomsa Must Stop video when the erratic power supply was at its 3rd May 2021. On social media, on Twitter, the hashtags were flying left, right, center, and sanitation, and as in the fix the country, if I reckon social media, move to sanitation, soon about to anya about some masala da kai kawo wa kan hanya. That you can point at and say, okay, the Doomsa Must Stop video was Al-Umma Ghana, I'm going by and support. Share the media, that's the amfani, the traditional media, to TV, Koya embrace ya accept come akwai su Kalije kan Twitter, Kalije wani dan samari ne da ke kan Twitter da yake Twitter. Akwai su yayanmu babba Bashira kuma tana da karfi, akwai su Felicity Nelson, akwai actress Efia Odo. Na fadi ya fara kan social media, amma a kwana a tashi traditional media sun sa kansu cikin yan har suka kai ma police station da kan da ake yi. Sai in kun tuna police ya a hana su don COVID-19 don kako mode. Police sun zauna, sun come to agreement, sun gobe, that is 4th August, su gamu a taru wuri guda obras babba a kaima government karan a kaima eje gaba muna neman improvement in conditions of service. Ni gani na follow from social media how to go traditional. So far, unlike previous demonstrations, at least there are no clear political traces. No damu chekama. Wadangayan fix the country nga. Suna yin don President Akwawa za su yi shuru. So far, ni ban gan shi haka ba. Ina gani kasa na ran hakan ga muna neman sakiya cikin abu ne mai kyau. Gobe in Allah ya kai mu, idan kana sport ka fito ka nuna supportin kama movement da suke yin ga. The Fix the Country movement to join hands, to come out in their numbers and not forget to adhere, be peaceful about it, and inshallah we'll get what we are demanding for from our leaders. And another important point in that, if to time in the ake lokacin da the hashtag was hashtag fix yourself, ma'anar shi ne kai da kanka ka gyara zabanka, ka gyara al'amuranka. In ya so ka samu sakiya cikin al'amarinka, ka samu ba gavin ka zauna ka ce kamar abin da nake yin gade bin magana ba. Shi sa to all those who would be going power, it doesn't mean that kowane petty thing ko mu je muna ce ma government kamar yayi muna kaza yayi muna kaza ba. Mu da power, so we should make sure that we also on TV. You can watch us live on YouTube. We'll go on a short break and we'll be right back with the main discussion with Ijara.
Yeah. And I'm live and alive and I'm live on this dance. Yeah. This money my story. Get the giving the chance to perform. Get the vibe, get the feeling. This money my story. So many things swear to good life. And the nation seems gold. I've seen so many that she best to. And it's sad when I get those critiques. Qualify for a job. Yeah. And I give it them 1, 2, 3, them can never understand this. Yeah, you want me as only. Baso sandal jam. Zamani yasake mumamu sake taka wada tunani. I must. I feel the rain kuwa yitumba. Kama ya ara kuma manyane. Ara kuma manyane. Kahani sumun sansuduka. Get the vibe, get the feeling. The feeling. This money, my story. So many things I'm like, where? And we clean on point on set and my story.
To 9:30 a.m. as we dissect issues and shape conversations bordering on.
Iya kallon mu a shafukan sada zumunta Baina TV. Suad Yakubu mai gabatar da bangaren ra'ayi a cikin wanga shirin tsarin safiya.
Yeah, why you people feel so good life? Yeah, like a healing for reason. Get yourself onto a big God covered, so we get like a Fiat killing. We said you can hold it, and I know you got that feeling. Fire, yes, me you wanna drum. Can't you see, man? This of the wings, don't you get fed up on the mission? Don't you get fed up on the mission? Healing life. Flame and sins, just that you don't look my side now that I got transpire you goodness keys. Good life is such a clean, talk about it clearly. We are the laundry, we are laundry. For the truth we'll never is the healer. Come over here, deliver, healing, reason. Don't you? Just make sure you go straight.
Safia, the morning agenda with me, Ijara. She expressed her opinion on all Ghanaians, well-meaning Ghanaians too. We are in studio with mission, especially when it comes to employees, the way they relate with the work they do. She is there. Welcome.
Thank you, Larry.
How are you?
I'm good.
Flattered. So opinion, and yeah, very important. So suna kiran jama'a zuwa ga mutane kasan da ko dudan kasan da yake yana da kishi zamu jimuno amma mai kokarin Madina tana nan yau za ta sanar da mu mutane wurin aiki waɗanda su know much about labor as by kind courtesy of Millis more
Employees. And
employers and employees.
Yeah. Employer has some sort of rights, and you have the right to employ. You have the right to. Okay, it's a one day they got aiki. Yeah, you can be promoting. Okay, I can get me daddy. Employer no kuma in the right and the duties of the employer. He has the right to make sure that so if you are working somewhere and then you're supposed to be probably a secretary and you don't have a laptop to work, you don't have a pen, it is right to pay your remuneration, I mean your salary, obviously. So in any of this, if you think that, boss, and so among others, if you always hold on or go to the National Labour Commission's website, we have our Labour Act there. You can download, or probably through the various search engines you can download. Now, as I said,
the interest of the employer.
Yes.
I like how that's.
To destroy the property of the employer. It is your right. Now let's talk about some duties. It is your duty to make sure that you demand equal pay. 8 to 5, you close. But I just equal pay on that. So you can come to the National Labour Commission. You have the right to go on leave. You have the right to have minimum quality time to work. You know, you don't have to overdo yourself. You get that in the employer. You can always come to us for your labor act.
Jama'a kuna kallo nan tsarin safiya kan Baina TV na tare da Madina Nana Ibrahim Lare ita a aiki ya kamata ka sani. Wai in kana aiki kan ya ake kiransa ya ake cewa kudi biyanka a ida increase in shi ko duties na ke kanka. Among duties na ya fi ka promote interest in wanne dauke ka aiki, wanne sa ka aiki, buce boss shi kuma ya fi promote interest in ka. Make sure kamar da ta harwa yau Madina. So ban the rights, the duties, me kuma ya kamata mutum ya sani, both employer and employee.
Okay. To yanzu kafin ka zo National Labour.
Before we go into the dispute, so mutum bai fahimci wani abu game da aikin shi ba, bai zo ya nemi inquiry.
Zo ka tambaye mu, maybe kana so more information on the Labour Act.
So on the
work, maybe baka the employment letter. Kai aiki for so many years, baka employment letter. Before you even come to us, we urge you to exhaust all internal grievance procedure in every institution, as well as visit all my supervisor first, so that you don't just stand up and come to the National Labour Commission. So you realize that probably, let's say, you are not given an employment letter for so many years. To us, we think you should exhaust all your internal grievance procedure. Example, you can write a letter to your employer. You can come to us. We will take it up from there.
Chisa, labor grievance, in Canada grievance, kakao complaint.
And we want to believe that you exhaust your internal procedure before you come to us. Because in case the employer back for the procedure before you come. So before you can come to maybe back a jitadi result in number. Who exhaust internal grievance procedure? After he can be Captain B boss, don't miss a back employment letter. What would you say? You can say no.
Or employees go
there for you. Employers can bring their employees. In fact, we have seen complaints in details of their form.
I'm in the studio with Madina Nana Ibrahim, who is a labor issues and on YouTube sent to Baina TV na tare sala wurin aiki yana za ka yi ka muna ko ku turo muna comments ku questions ne ya ku turo muna. So Madina,
yes.
How you said dispute, grievance. The grievance is on one side. So if there is a
so yes, before I even go into details of that, we deal with contract of service. We also have an aspect we call contract for. At the end of the day, Nabaka 30 cities. That is dispute. We're able to probably we have some African as well. Could every Canada is what they one arrangement. It doesn't really have to be contract. So in one masalezo, I can call Mission National Labour. Okay. Yazunkozo National Labour, we are just there for you. I mean, surprised I hear people say that the dates, you don't write the dates that you take the requirements or their particulars. So you see we have...
if you can't put the form is on, as you can see.
About the dates, you really need to read it. It says the name of the complaints must be filled in an employer. I mentioned earlier that we are there for both. So it could be we have UTAG, we have a lot of trade unions. So you, the one bringing the right form, it's a lead, Larry, and 2 others. I will put type Sunonku complaints. It's all part of Meshia Izana or Tenet. We need someone we can contact in case who we call a respondent. So now you put the details there, then you take. We need a company name if it's a company meaning made who help. If not, our people, the commission will go and serve located and those landmarks. Is it closer to a school, a mosque? We are very serious about disputes. I believe by now it has changed. At the nature of disputes, you can bring, these are examples of the title. One so in Aiki the Kekuma. I'm making an no, I've been a kind of now one I've been the bed kill. More failure to negotiate. As when, but then when it comes to refusal or failure to negotiate, we are dealing with a Djibouti union now. This is a dispute not to join the union. However, nobody can impose it on you. That chinchina and benefits. Senate contribution. Now I want to talk about the Senate contribution. Complaints form, and we will write to Senate office to violation of terms of condition of employment. Obviously, redundancy pay. Yes, it's redundant. No, that one is out of our job to be paid. Probably you religious, to join any form of religion you want. I might hear a lot of people talking about they are not being allowed to go on their maternity. Come to the National Labour Commission, we'll talk about it. And you have every right as a woman employer to the National Labour Commission. This means injury, all these are one or more. Just take and then come.
And on Baina TV with me, Jara Larry in studio. I have Madina. She has been taking us through all the things you need. TV Kena, Nija, and Sunga ta Godamuna, Ayako Indika, a Samu solution with Misaliate, Aikin Nakaki Jaya, Irin Shibaka Kakaoring, National Labour Commission, Ama Inde and Samu. Jaya da Vanessa Kaiki ko Jama kuya kuturo muna questions ko comments ko kan Twitter at Baina Media da kuma kan Instagram Baina Fruit Parfait ke kawo muna kuna kallo. So
okay, I was actually not done.
I was in groups, associations can file, if I get you right. At what point do these National Labour Commission, or it is still part of the process of coming to the National Labour Commission?
It hasn't gone beyond the National Labour Commission. If indeed you can go on strike, and we are supposed to respond within a week, you get it. So we invite you, just rush and go on strike. Invite them.
And so there's the National Labour Commission is a government agency. And so if your employer, you would arrive at a fair conclusion.
What makes you think that you will not arrive?
Legitimate, that's why I'm saying it's a dilemma. Because in Aduba, okay, government is educating Aiki. Yanzu, na samu dispute the government. Like, mutumina, ye deserve one up, ko sunduba.
Aiki ma government, na move be buying government. No muna Aiki de lika ma muna so mu favor government. Kuma ya tarnish image duka. Ba one time the munche, ba mu be the labor arts number.
Some of these things because it is very important. Most of us are oblivious of the fact that
yes, I wanted to add something. It's a unfair termination. Me faru zana muna kamuna wisna. It's a kaika type. She can attach brief facts in nice in case it's a dismissal dispute. In termination letter, when you in the termination dispute, kaika kao. Appointment letter. Bring something that shows the date of dispute. Date of disputes no yo she faru. One na place of disputes. Na disputes in National Labour Commission. You should make sure that you have exhausted all internal in case you are finding some sort of difficulty. So commission ka follow sanan kazo don kazo ba ka follow ba na kuma mun kore ka ko maunje employer na it's okay ka be true kache unfair termination cuz do you want benefit look at kache abaka times 10 obviously kasa is not possible. Has this complaint been previously decided upon any other adjudicating body? It's an in case na court baka da iko ka kuma kawo shi National Labour Commission wannan case Come a letter from the court showing that your case has been kuma in kakai court yaba the judgment. And so I think the last part of it talks about is this complaint currently pending, like I said. Now the sector, one sector kafto muna the mining, which sector, private security, one sector keke bamu process. Mbakakara attachments in the one complaint form. You can either walk to the commission for your complaint form, or you go to our website.
How do people get
Tema? Because it is our IT direct mail with. Not to forget that we have other 3 regions. We are in Kumasi, Tema Community 10, Mayflower. The head of.
Okay, fantastic. It has to grievances who Madina leaves us with fruit parfait. A detox combo. If you need to detoxify your system, you overeat or you begin to feel you are not well. Parsley, ginger, yogurt, there's ginger in there. It takes all that. And then it does, and that powerful is very good for it. And of apple, banana, pineapple, coming from Millie's, it's a mixture of like it would normally be for me because of my God. My mouth is so watery. It's the smoothie, but I can't. Madina, your part.
There are rumors there. Come and speak.
Ibrahim, Larry, Ta, Jama, the one educated. I've been undergo application Labor Act. Millie's smoothie say wani kasha akwai flyers su kan mun samu namu ke ga ina marmarin fitan jin shanawa. So mun go so za mu zo muku da shirin tsarin safiya country masu organizing the social distancing protocol da kaka yi abin da zai sa to ba da bata lokaci ba dai. Morning agenda.
Da musamman cikin zangon.
Ishin what?
Za ku yi TV a cikin wanga shirin tsarin safiya.
Yeah, I'm ready. Get the chance. When I get those critics, take my time. And we clean up. Sara, you want me as a way. Wasada. Yuba, Zamamuba. Naka, naka. Kahani, Sumun, San. Kahani, Sumun, San, Suduka. My story, so many things is gone wrong, cause there's only one giving the chance to perform. Get the vibe, get the feeling. Yeah, and I'm live and alive and 1, 2, 3, them can never understand this. Yeah, this money, my story. Believe God. Yeah, why you people get so worried about nothing? Why? For you, they're about to keep me alive and good for my future. You know I'm a big man, so don't wanna talk too much. Dealing to the next man, it's misleading. Every level we're dealing, I'm coming. I want to rule it, and I know you got that feeling. Fire, yes, fire, we coming here to inspire. Group loyals, Batman, beat. Nobody's getting to your cards. Lights up, I touch me and healer. Dealing, switch the man down to the ceiling. But I got your attention, you will make the vibe. Inspire you, goodness keys, the spirit. We'll go deep inside to clean it. We are the land, deserve the wings of my villa. We just fed up on the mission.